A company makes oleo struts for aircraft undercarriages. If you don't know what an oleo strut is, it's the bit that connects the wheel to the plane. The struts cost £35 each to manufacture, and they're sold for £100 each. If the struts are outside the design spec, the company has to buy them back at £125. So part A, how much money will the company make on a batch of 1,000 struts? They cost £35 each to manufacture, so that's £35,000 to make 1,000 struts. You sell them for £100 each, so you'll make £100,000 on the sale, but you have to take from that the cost of production, which is £35,000, so you make a net profit of £65,000 out of 1,000 struts. The struts that you make are normally distributed with a mean length of 2,094mm and a standard deviation of 6mm. The struts are manufactured. The struts are manufactured with a mean length of 20.94 with a standard deviation of 6mm. So we add 6 for each standard deviation. So that's 1 standard deviation, that's 2, and obviously there's a third here. That's -1, -2, -3. The design specification says 2,100mm plus or minus 6. There's 2,100 minus 6 plus 6. What this means though is we've got 34% plus 14% good struts, that's 48% good struts, which means 52% of our production is scrap. We have to buy scrap back at £125 per item, so 52 times 1,000 is 520, times 125 gives us £65,000 buyback, which means that our profit now is 65,000 minus 65,000, which is 0. Part B. If the company adjusts the machine that makes the struts so that the mean, instead of being 2094, becomes 2100, so the mean now becomes 2100 plus 6 and minus 6, so we've now got 34 plus 34, which is 68% of our production is good, and therefore only 32% is scrap. So let's calculate what that means in terms of our profit. 0.32 of 1,000 is 320, times 125 is 40,000. 65,000 minus 40,000 means we get a profit of 25,000. Part C. In addition to adjusting the mean to 2,100 mil, the company also reduces the standard deviation from 6 to 3. So instead of this section here being 6, it now becomes 3. So the design spec remains the same at 2,100 plus 6 and 2,100 minus 6. But now we've got 14 plus 34 is 48, plus another 48 is 96, so we have a total scrap rate of 4%. 4% of 1,000 is 40 struts. 40 times 125 gives us 5,000. 65,000 minus 5,000 gives us a net profit of 60,000. Part D. State with reasons why you think your answers are right. Well, if we look at the change in profitability from 52% scrap to 32% scrap, and then from 32% scrap to 4% scrap, what we see is that a change here of 20% saves us 25,000, and a change here of nearly 30% saves us 35,000. So that's roughly 12,500 for every 10%. So this figure and this figure agree with each other. So therefore we can be reasonably confident in our values.